Hey there, grammar splainies. A lot of my students feel intimidated by trendy, smart-sounding thinkers, people who write books and go on news shows and speak at universities. You open to any page of their book and you see something profound and confusing, like this.
I had heard such predictions all my life from Malcolm and all his posthumous followers who hollered that the dreamers must reap what they sow. I saw the same prediction in the words of Marcus Garvey, who promised to return in a whirlwind of vengeful ancestors, an army of middle passage undead. No, I left the Mecca knowing that this was all too pat, knowing that should the dreamers reap what they had sown, we would reap it right with them.
I don't know what that means, my students say. It's over my head. That person must be so much smarter than me. Don't let them do that to you. Just a couple lines later, we have this sentence.
And the methods of transport through these new subdivisions, across the sprawl, is the automobile, the noose around the neck of the earth, and ultimately the dreamers themselves.
How do you get to work in the morning? The methods is the automobile. That is what this sentence boils down to when you remove the appositive and the adverb phrases. That is a sentence that the neediest, most language-challenged student of mine is too smart to write. And yet it was written in a wild bestseller called Between the World and Me by a guy named Ta-Nehisi Coates, whose writing is so incomprehensible that he's considered a genius. Look at this sentence. Apples is the cure. Dogs is the best. The problem here is called subject-verb agreement. The subject and the verb don't agree. You don't say apples is or methods is. And as I'm always telling you, if you can get on top of subjects and verbs, you will have the vast majority of your English language problems solved, not only in expressing yourself, but also in critically evaluating things that you read and hear. You would never write a sentence like this, but this genius bestseller did. And the reason this passage came to my attention is that it was pulled from that book by yet another trendy, smart-sounding thinker who thought it was so important and elegant that he just had to write an essay about it. And for that matter, subject-verb agreement is not all that's wrong with this sentence. It has a terrible metaphor in it. First of all, the land is sprawl. Then the earth becomes a human body, and then an automobile is a noose on this body. What the heck kind of metaphor is this? That is nothing like All the World's a Stage, or it's not even anything like the old one, a guitar is like a woman's body. If you know how to play it, you'll get beautiful music. Yeah, that is a really corny old metaphor, but it is better than this one. And truthfully, I've already given this sentence more analysis than it deserves. You really shouldn't even bother with writing this bad. This is not a slip. This sentence, along with the thinking behind it, is out of control. And everything within a 1,000 word radius you can just trash.